Everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video, we're going to be doing another Foundation Friday. And on today's video, we're going to be doing the bareMinerals Bare Skin Pure Brightening Serum Foundation. I did buy this at Marshall's for $7.99. I'm going to read to you from the website in a moment, but it looks like they might be discontinuing this product. But I did want to go ahead and do the foundation review anyway, because you might find it at Marshall's or TJ Maxx or Ross's or something. I've never purchased makeup at Ross's. Maybe I should go take a look. I don't know. There's not too many Ross's in my area. And then it also says on their website that you might be able to find it at one of their boutiques. So anyway, I did want to go ahead and give it a try just in case anyone has this in the back of their drawer, in the bottom of, you know, a bucket. I don't know. Or you see it at Marshall's or TJ Maxx and decide you want to give it a try. I typically like serum foundations. So anyway, before we get started, if you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button. It helps me out tremendously. If you like the video at all while you're watching, hit the like button. And if you have any comments while you're watching, put those in the comment section down below as well. Anyway, before I started the camera, I did put on my moisturizer. I sprayed my face down with my Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. And I put on my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. Those are pretty standards. The Hydrating Milky Mist and the Silk Canvas Primer are pretty standard when I do a foundation review. If I seem a little off today, it's because I'm not feeling 100%. You might be wondering why I'm filming then at all. And it's because the next couple of weekends, I have a lot going on. I'm taking my 20-year-old son to go look at some colleges. And then the weekend after that, my sister is getting married in the fall. And we're going to spend the day, Saturday, going and looking at bridesmaids' dresses because I'm going to be her matron of honor. And looking at like different stuff for the wedding, planning for the wedding. So I was lucky enough, my mother was still alive when I got married, and she helped tremendously in planning my wedding. My mother has since passed, and my sister, this is the first time she's getting married. She's a little bit older of a bride, not old by any stretch of that word, but she's 30, she'll be 38 at her wedding. So she's not, like I said, old, but she's definitely not, 19, 20 when all of her other, like high school or college friends are getting married kind of a thing. So anyway, she is kind of planning this on her own, and I'm going to be helping her out. So I'm also going to be doing her wedding makeup. So maybe if you guys are interested in that, I'll convince her to let me film doing her wedding makeup, like as like a precursor before we get to the wedding, or maybe after the wedding. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to be putting this on with my Love is the Foundation brush on the right side of my face. And then I also have a sponge here for the left side of my face. This is a serum foundation. So it does, the website actually says like 4 drops is medium coverage. So we're going to see. Let's go ahead to the website. Now, like I said, on the website, it doesn't say that it's discontinued. It doesn't say that it's new, but it does say that it is, number one, it's on sale. The regular price for this is $30. The price on their website is $24. There's only 2 shades available on their website, which is Bare Espresso 19 and Bare Tan 13. You can see the 2 shades right there. The other 2 shades are lighter shades, but they are marked as no longer available. One of the shades that is actually on here is marked as no longer available is the shade that I have, which is Bare Porcelain 01. It does have a 3.9 star for 957 reviews. And let's read the details. It says, this is a liquid foundation. It's a light to full coverage, natural finish, 20 true to use shades. So at one point they carried 20 shades. Customized foundation coverage designed to feel weightless and look flawless. Bare Skin is a powerful mineral foundation and skin brightening serum in one that is packed with natural ingredients. Enjoy the brightening power of vitamin C and the antioxidant protection of lilac plant stem cells, which help defend against environmental stressors. All of this goodness is just part of a liquid foundation that provides customizable coverage by the drop with a natural finish. Anti-aging foundation and skincare. Expertly blending the science behind bareMinerals skincare with a liquid foundation formula, Bare Skin delivers a noticeably brighter, more youthful appearance. Made without oil, silicone, parabens, or fragrance, the silky foundation and skin brightening serum is clinically proven to improve the appearance of dark spots and discolorations for more even-toned skin. With the added protection of non-chemical broad-spectrum SPF 20, Bare Skin is also hypoallergenic, dermatologist tested, and non-comedogenic, meaning its tone correcting formula won't clog your pores or cause breakouts. I already have one going on down here on my chin, but that's okay. Not sure which bareMinerals foundation shade is right for you? There are 3 easy ways to find your perfect mineral makeup match. Use our quick and convenient online tool. Visit bareMinerals Boutique. Call an 800 number. Yeah. So, I have tried their powder foundations. I think I tried both, the matte and the brightening. And neither one of them was light enough for me. So hopefully this one will be light enough. If you look at the bottle shade, it's too light, so I might end up really regretting buying this shade, but we're gonna give it a try and see how it goes. And it said, oh, it is leaking. Apparently I didn't close it, or maybe it started to leak when I opened the bottle. Maybe there's an air bubble in there, which is always possible. So let's see if I can clean up the bottle just a little bit so that I don't get it everywhere, because that's one of the things that I really don't like to do. Well, I got a little bit cleaned up. It's definitely still a mess in the lid, but let's clean up the actual squeezy tube. And the shade, like, I don't know if you guys can see that. The shade is definitely much darker than the bottle is, for sure. So, all right, it says 4 drops is medium coverage. So how much is in a drop? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 drops, and that's saying that's medium coverage. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to start with the brush. Now it does say to use, like, they made a well brush. I don't seem to have one of those. I thought I did at one point get one in like a beauty box or something, but I can't find it if I have it. And it would be right behind me on the table because that's where I keep all of my brushes. But this looks really dark. This is their lightest shade, which is my biggest problem with bareMinerals. You know, I want to try them and I want to love them, but all their shades, like their lightest shades, are way too dark for me. So there's that. All right, so I used all 4 drops on the right side of my face. I don't really feel like I got medium coverage. In fact, I feel like I got light coverage. That's not terrible though. I do enjoy light coverage. So, all right, I have a feeling 4 drops on the other side of my face is not gonna be enough. I'm gonna actually just drip this on my face and maybe, oh, because I'm using a sponge over here, it's gonna really soak it up. All right, yeah, okay, sponge it up. Let's see how this goes. That was pretty much like no coverage, and all the stuff ended up just soaking into the brush. Or in the sponge. I'm gonna put a couple more drops on the back of my hand and go in with the brush and see how well I can build this up. And I'm not looking for like full coverage. I'm not really a full coverage type of foundation wearer. In fact, I really am not particularly fond of full coverage, to be honest with you, especially if it's like a heavy full coverage. But I do like to at least have like the redness, like in the blemish here on my chin and on my cheeks, covered. So I think what I'm gonna do is build this up, go over it with a sponge, and then we'll talk about the rest of my face. All right, so I don't feel like I got maybe medium coverage. That's about it. Yeah, maybe medium coverage. It's doing something weird here around my nose though, which is somewhat disturbing. It's kind of gathering around the corners of my nose. I'm feeling very shiny. I don't know if the camera's picking up how shiny I really am. Now, granted, this is a brightening foundation, so it's going to make me look brighter. But I'm not looking like I have very much coverage at all on my face, and that's okay. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup. The time now is 8:25. I'm going to go ahead and call 8:30 the check-in time. I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on, and then I'm going to put some powders on, which will help with the coverage a little bit. This is transferring like there's no tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to powder this in hopes that it will help it from transferring. But I'm going to go ahead and put on some concealer. I have a, okay, so this is the BareMinerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer in the shade Fair. This is a little dark for me though. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup and I'll be back in just a moment. All right, you guys, I am back. So on my face, I have, like I said, the BareSkin Complete Coverage Serum Coverage Concealer. So it actually goes along with this. I picked this up because of Michelle Coford actually recommended that. She was having some issues with some dry skin under her eyes, and she's like, I love that. Anyway, my two powders that I normally use, my Physicians Formula, this is the Mineral Correcting Powder, and this is the Mineral Face Powder. Some great news if you're following along with my Project Pan. I hit a little baby pan. I don't know if the camera will focus enough to show you, but come on, camera. Can you guys see a little baby pan? I think you can see. There it goes. I'm so excited. Okay, anyway, use my two powders. On my face, take home the bronze from the Balm in Oliver, just on my cheeks, a little bit on my forehead. Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in Party. The Tarte Amazonian Clay highlighter in Stunner. This is my highlight. In my brows, I have the Wonder Beauty Frame Your Face Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe. On my lashes, Il Makiage Mascara in black. I sprayed my face down with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. On my lips is bareMinerals. This is the Gen Nude Matte in Boss. On my lids, I have the Painterly Paint Pot as my primer. And then the e.l.f. New Classics palette. I have cream all over the lid, truffle in the crease, gilded all over the lid, Blanc in my inner corner, and then Earth is on my outer corner and on my under eye, covered with a little bit of truffle just to warm up my under eye a little bit because it's very cool toned brown, the Earth shade. That is everything that is on my face. So I'm going to zoom you in and we can talk about the foundation. I forgot to tell you it is 8:46, so it took me, what was that, about 20 minutes-ish? I forget what time I turned the camera off. 8:30 is our check-in time, though. I remember that, right? That's what the time the check-in time was, 8:30. So I will be checking in at 12:30 and then again at 4:30 today for my 8-hour wear test. But let's talk about the foundation. Right now, I think it looks really, really nice, but I like a lighter coverage foundation. I'm not a full coverage person. So like looking at my forehead, it's just slightly going into my line there, just very, very ever so slightly. I think on my cheeks it looks good. I think on my nose it looks good. Even on my chin it's looking pretty good. It's not cracked up too much, which if you've seen any of my foundation reviews in the past, my chin and around my mouth are my biggest problem areas with my skin on my face and lines and so forth. But right now it's actually looking really good. So I got a little bit of mascara transferring, or maybe that might be some of the eyeshadow. Anyway, we're going to ignore that. Yeah, I think it looks really good right now. So far, it's looking fantastic. It's a light coverage. It's a serum foundation. For me, those are things that I do enjoy. So that's really all I can say about it right now. It's looking good. I will check in at 12:30 and then again at 4:30. We'll see how it's looking midday. It does have SPF in it, but it is cloudy, completely, like I would just say overcast, but it is completely cloudy. Like you can't see the sky. It is just nothing but clouds right now. And it is foggy, and it is, what is it, 8:45 in the morning, but it's like foggy, gray, rainy, ugly. And I probably won't be leaving the house at all today. So anyway, won't be able to determine the SPF, not that I ever really can, but all right. Well, they're going to be barking for a minute, so I will see you guys at 12:30. Sorry. All right, you guys, so it is time for my midday check-in. It is 12:36, so right about on time. I'm going to go ahead and step into the sun so you guys can see, because the clouds cleared up. Believe it or not, the clouds completely cleared out in the last couple of hours. So I'm going to show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to go ahead back into the shadows and take a look at it myself. I haven't looked at it yet. All right. And just as I walked outside, I guess one of my neighbors is moving out because the movers are maybe moving in. I think that house over there just sold, so I think somebody's moving in. All right. But that's what that beeping is, if you can hear it, by the way. I have an eyelash on my nose. I think it's an eyelash. Hold on. The eyelash is gone, but I rubbed my foundation off in that one spot right there on my nose. So this foundation does not stay on if you touch your face. But looking at it, I'm really liking the finish of it. I'm thinking it's looking really nice. I think my chin even looks pretty good. It's starting to break up in certain areas, like right in here. But overall, I think it's looking pretty good. Because it is a lighter coverage, I think it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna actually go grab my sponge after I turn the camera off and just try to dab my nose, and hopefully that'll help. My concern is that it might take the foundation up, but you will hear about it in 4 hours when I check in the last checkup of the day. Wow, I'm getting a lot of mascara transfer. Why didn't you guys tell me that my mascara transferred all over my under eyes? That stings. All right. That's probably going to be there when I check in 4 hours because I'm going back to work. Anyway, overall, I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. And part of that is because I have a lot of issues on my chin, but because it's a lighter coverage, it is not as evident as some of like the more full coverage foundations that I've tried. So that's where we're at midway through the day. I'm going to go ahead, go back inside and go back to work, and I will see you guys in about 4 more hours. Bye. Well, I am back. The time is, I'm a little bit late. It is 5:16, so just a little bit late. Let's talk about the foundation. So I feel like I was looking at the camera, not the camera. I was looking in the mirror before I turned the camera on. That's what I'm trying to say. And I feel like on my chin it has faded, but it's faded very gracefully. I'm going to say though that it has definitely like cracked up in areas where I normally have cracking. Right in here in my chin, and right in here in my chin. On the center of my chin, it just looks like it's faded. But in these areas here, like the jowl areas of my jaw, definitely just, it has cracked up with the skin. Now, the shade of this is actually not too terrible. And because it is a lighter coverage, it's not as noticeable as some of the other fuller coverage foundations are. So I'm not totally disappointed in the way it's looking right now. I will say though that it kind of did, you know, it just kind of faded. Like, does that make sense? Can you guys even see that it's kind of faded? I feel like it's kind of faded. It faded on my nose. Now, granted, I did use my sponge just to try to, you know, cover up that one spot where that eyelash was midday. And I don't know how successful I was, but, you know, I think it's still going strong on my forehead, but other than that, it just kind of has faded throughout the day, and I'm not quite sure why. Now, granted, it is a serum foundation. It's a, you know, just very, very light foundation, which I actually like. So I actually am really liking this foundation. Now, I don't know that I will wear it often, but if I was going somewhere and I just wanted to have, you know, like a brightening look to my face, and I didn't want like full coverage, like if I was going out to dinner or something like that, and I wanted to just kind of like look nice, I would put it on. Now, granted, me in particular, I don't normally just throw some makeup on to go out to dinner. That's a whole nother story. I am trying to do better at that, but only because I have products. Like, I'm not telling you that if you don't have makeup, you should be putting makeup on. Not at all. I'm just saying that I have drawers full of foundation and I should be trying to use them. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at 8 hours into this foundation. I think it still looks pretty nice. It's definitely faded on my face, but I feel like it's faded naturally, so I'm not hating it, if that makes sense. Anyway, that's where we're at. I like it. I'm not in love with it. It's not on the top of my list, but I like it. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I do Foundation Fridays every Friday. And if you haven't left any comments in the comment section down below and you have any final thoughts, please go ahead and put those down there right now. All right. One last thing before I let you go, I do have my own online clothing boutique. It is nimities.com. If you are interested and you'd like to take a look, the link is in the description bar down below. If you don't, that's fine too. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and I do hope to see you on a future Epic Beauty Fail. Bye.